Good morning, it's Monday, September 30th, the last day of the month. Just in case you thought September had 31 days, like I did earlier. This is Wake Up with KERA News. Hi there, I'm Andrew Garcia. Clear skies and very warm temperatures start off the week today with highs in the low 90s. A leading pro-school voucher group is spending millions in Texas to support Republican candidates this election, but their mailers don't mention vouchers at all. We'll hear that story right after today's news. The Tarrant County Jail's mail service is going digital. Under the new system, all mail, except legal documents, will be received digitally through a software called MailGuard. The Tarrant County Sheriff's Office says people in jail custody will be able to check their digital mail at any time, and there's no charge for the service. Regular mail, like letters, postcards, greeting cards, and photos, will be scanned into the system to be accessed from smart tablets inside the jail. A well-known Houston attorney announced he'll represent the more than 50 alleged victims of rapper Sean P. Diddy Combs. Tony Buzbee promises to expose what occurred behind Combs' locked doors and who was involved in aiding and abetting sex crimes against others. Buzbee is expected to give a press conference this week with more details. After education savings accounts failed last year in Austin, Texas Governor Greg Abbott said he'll try again next session to pass the controversial voucher-like program that would use public dollars to pay for private schools. Now the pro-voucher American Federation for Children is backing candidates in Texas who support Abbott's program. But as KERA's Bill Ziebel reports, the group's campaign makes no mention of vouchers.
The American Federation for Children, the AFC, is a leading national advocate for and donor to pro-voucher candidates. This election, it's spending millions in Texas backing Republicans who support Governor Abbott's proposed education savings accounts. They would allow families to use public tax dollars to pay for private schools. AFC flyers mailed for a handful of candidates around the state read, "Champion for children, higher pay for teachers, more money for schools." But they do not include the candidate's party or that the candidates voted for Abbott's ESAs, which many public school advocates say could hurt education.
It may very well be that these flyers are not really intended for people who vote in Republican primaries, let's say.
Southern Methodist University political science professor Matthew Wilson.
It may very well be that these flyers are intended to sway persuadable Democrats and independents.
Still, says Wilson, the ads do not lie. They do omit facts, though, like that additional money for schools and teachers was tied to ESAs in one sprawling education bill. So when it failed, so did school funding. Representative Angie Chen Button of Richardson was one of 63 Republicans who voted against stripping vouchers from House Bill 1. She's featured in an AFC mailer and says she supports public schools and ESAs.
I truly believe giving the parents choice in order to get the best education for the student, it is complementary to the public school system.
Jimmy Cloutier is a reporter for Open Secrets, a nonprofit that follows campaign money. He says by leaving out vouchers, the AFC is not being transparent.
It is clear from public positions and the candidates it supported in Texas during the primary that its goal here is to advance school vouchers or a voucher-like program in Texas.
Cloutier says in this election season, the organization has spent at least $4.5 million in Texas pushing vouchers.
It's a lot of money, even for Texas, which has very expensive elections.
The AFC did not respond to requests for an interview for this story. These third-party ads mean the AFC is independent of any candidates they support. Representative Button says she's never even seen the flyer. But her opponent, Democrat Avery Bishop, has, and calls the mailer fraudulent and misleading.
It is terrible that constituents are going to receive these pieces of mail and not understand the importance and weight of this school voucher conflict that we're experiencing here in Texas.
Bishop Ann Button agrees school funding remains a top priority in the next legislative session, and the AFC may continue playing a role.
That was KERA's Bill Ziebel reporting. The Rangers played their final game of the season against the Angels yesterday, claiming victory with a score of 8-0. With the postseason about to start for playoff teams, the Rangers now turn their focus to the offseason after falling short of expectations following their World Series win. Multiple players are potentially looking to test free agency this year, star pitcher Max Scherzer among them. Explore your inner artist in the Open Education Studio at the Meadows Museum. Bring the whole family to work on a new project monthly. For more information and plenty of other things to do, visit kera.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show was produced and edited by Shardae White and Becca Moore. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter. That's written by our colleague, Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at KERA TX, and we'll see you tomorrow.